Okay, so we'll get into this. So this is Wasley Finest coming back at you from the Glow in the Dark Lifestyle channel. This is the very first podcast. Super excited about that. And the idea behind these podcasts is I just wanted it to be a bit more free flowing. So currently, the current YouTube videos are very question specific and answer specific. So I wanted this to just kind of flow to wherever it needs to flow, and just to give a general update on where I am currently in life, moving forward, and what the plans are in general. So I guess a good way to start is today I was up at 6 a.m. For a meeting at work, and it was probably one of the very first times I've been up at 6 a.m. in a while, and oh my god, does it feel so different when you catch a morning walk-in and you've just got that, you just get hit with that ray of sunshine, and it's an amazing thing. So I definitely think that's going to be the new norm for me. I'm going to try and incorporate that 6 a.m. start, maybe get a workout in the morning, which is kind of what I've been building up to, but just making it a habit, making it a pattern, just because I feel like you milk the day a lot more in that. When you have that that jump start to the day, it definitely transcends through, and you find the entire day ending up enjoying the entire day. So yeah, it's been super amazing today. I'm just kind of sitting in the car and I'm just feeling that peaceful, blissful energy. Obviously, it's I guess what I've realized is that night starts before, so you have to go to bed at a reasonably good time, and you have to stay off your devices. And one of the last videos I put up was on a dopamine detox that I did a few weeks ago, which was an amazing thing. My sleep improved exponentially, my energy, and it was just an overall great experience. So to try and incorporate that and stay off of the devices at night to just get that good sleep, which in turn means you can wake up early, and then be a bit more productive during the day. So other than that, I'd say the biggest change that's happening for me at the moment is right now I've moved back home due to COVID, and I moved back home, and I guess it's been a bit of a challenge over the last year, and I feel like I've reached a point now where I think it's time to move back. I feel like it's time to move back into my own apartment, into a city. So I've moved out a few times in the past, but this time will be, I think, the first time on my own without a flatmate, and I'm going to be moving countries as well to just kind of give myself a year to kind of really sink into myself and let that come out a bit more, because right now I'm putting out content because the kind of end goal is to become more known about what my message is, and to get that out there so I can help the people that need it. Language is very important, so it's interesting, not only the message I'm putting out, but the message I give to myself when I record this. Very important topic, and yeah, I'm super looking forward to that. So that's probably a month out. From there, it will be a month or two before I have my own place, because I have to save up the funds to be able to do that. And once we're there, we should be in a much more freeing environment than the one I'm in now. But I also have to be careful that I'm not playing a paradox in my mind of I'll be happy when, or I'll start my life then, because that is 2 months away, and that will drop the vibration if I'm to live 2 months lower. So I kind of have to incorporate it already today, in the present, in the moment now, which is why I've started recording and doing the podcast and being official, so that way I get a little head start when I do eventually move into my own place. So we've spoken about sleep, and we've spoken about moving into my own place, and I guess one topic I wanted to focus on today is the idea around consistency. So be it anything you're doing, I think the hardest thing, or the thing that separates the elite, from the great, is consistency. You know, you look at any good athlete, great athlete, and the gap between the amateur and the professional is his ability to perform day in, day out with that high consistency. I myself, I play competitive football, and I can see that gap, especially when you look at the average player who, you know, maybe doesn't put as much effort in as he should, and you look at a player who's maybe playing for a professional, semi-professional club. He simply just puts in more effort, right? There is obviously a talent and a skill that's been developed, but the consistency is there, and I think that's going to be one of the things I'm working on this year, is trying to be more consistent with putting systems in place so that no matter what we're going through, we're still, you know, going to the gym, doing the yoga, doing the meditation, eating well, because especially when you get into sort of your energy work and trauma release and things like that, it does make it very, very difficult to do these things, because one, you're having a bad day one day and it just all goes out the window, right? One simple negative thought pattern could completely destroy things, which is how it's been at times for me in the past, and over the last year or so, because I've been really drilling it hard, it's gotten a lot better. So now every maybe couple of weeks I'll have one bad day where I'll have a little binge or something, you know, but then I'll come out of it because I'll do the healing. And I think the next step in that process is to kind of nip it in the bud before it gets to that stage, right? So catching it early when you feel that negative drop in vibrational energy, sitting with that, and working through it, but also having those systems in place where it's like, okay, we have this work to do, but at the same time, I can't sacrifice the gym today because that is going to put me back 2, 3, 4 months. If I stop, you know, if I don't eat today, that's going to drop my calories down, and that's going to, it all bleeds into all the different areas of who you are, right? So I guess if we can completely be who we are in an authentic expression, and at the same time honor those feelings that can be self-sabotaging at times, and dealing with those, allocating times for them, not ignoring them, I think that's going to be a great shift for the upcoming year. So when I do eventually move, I'm super excited because I'll have my own place, and I'm looking forward to kitting it out. So creating my own little studio where I can record and be a free expression, be able to express myself freely, rather than just in the car. I'll be able to do a lot more creative content, which I'm super looking forward to, and just to have that own space again, because I've definitely picked that up in the past, where when I have lived on my own, it's just been a lot more freeing, right? Not that there's anything wrong with living with your parents, but culturally, at least from my generation, I feel like there is a big gap between who we are and establishing ourselves, and I think it's a necessary step to move forward. And I just remember certain experiences from that time which were just great, and be it going on lots of dates and having a girl back and just sitting on a balcony and just being able to take in the view with a glass of a drink on the balcony. Such an amazing experience. It's about becoming your own man at the end of the day, which is a rite of passage that everyone has to go through. And I'm kind of doing what the old used to do, in the sense that I'm putting myself through this this rite of passage as in a way that back in the day all boys had a rite of passage that they went through in their adolescent years to become a man. Some of these things would be like going out to the woods and killing a bear, or fighting in sort of like a gladiator format. They do these things as an initiation to say, right, you're a boy, you were a boy, but now you're a man. But in the modern day, man doesn't have that sort of initiation, you know, it's just kind of forgotten about. So things like the trauma release work that we do, where we're just screaming, you know, it's such a primal thing of releasing those build up of emotions that we get. I'll do another video on that, because I think it's super important for everyone to be able to release trapped emotions. But yeah, that was just the first little update, I think, on what's going on for me. And I do like the podcast format. So if you want to hear me talk about a topic, by all means, drop a comment below, and I'll be able to free flow on that. But this is all about being light and fun and free, which is a side that everybody has, and it's worth bringing forward. So that's the end. Wasley Finest signing out. Stay tuned for more great content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.